This is Achit Kumar. You are going to learn about superconductors in the material chemistry. Let us start the superconductors. A solid a solid which offers no resistance to the passage of electricity through it. It is called a superconductor. So I am repeating again the definition. A solid which offers no resistance, that means zero resistance to the passage of electricity through it. A substance which has zero resistance, it is called superconductor. The phenomenon was discovered by Dutch physicist Kamerlijn Ons in 1911 when he was measuring the resistivity of mercury below 4.2 kelvins. The niobium alloys were earliest superconductors to be studied elaborately. That means the first superconducting material is niobium. The Dutch physicist Kamerlijn Ons was studied the superconductivity phenomena in the niobium metal. Next, the superconductivity can be understood with the help of quantum physics. The charged particles in solids can travel only fixed directions or levels. The charged particles means electrons. Electrons in solids can travel only in fixed direction. The electrons in normal metallic conductor can collide, means hitting with each other. Collide means hitting with each other with metal atoms and shifts themselves. That means due to the collisions they undergo shifting themselves from one level to another level. But the electrons in a superconductor are prevented from such shifts. But the electrons in a superconductors are prevented from such shifts by unique quantum effect. That means due to the quantum effects, these shiftings are not possible in the superconducting material. These electrons are confined to their original levels and therefore cannot collide with the atoms. The electrons are confined to their original levels. That means they go back to their original levels and therefore they cannot collide with atoms and consequently must travel endlessly along fixed direction. That means the electrons in the atoms are travel continuously along fixed direction. That means a unique direction. That means the either left side or the right side or the top side or the bottom side. In one direction they can travel endlessly. Okay, and direction and continue to carry current endlessly. That means they carry this current endlessly, means that means when there is a zero resistance in the superconductor, the current is highly conducted. That means most of the amount of current is traveled in the or passed in the material or metal. Next, the superconductivity is exhibited by several metals. The superconductivity is exhibited by several metals, but only at low temperatures. The superconductivity is exhibited by several metals. It is possible only at low temperatures. The temperature at which the normal metal passes into superconducting state. The temperature at which the normal metal passes into superconducting state is called the superconducting transition temperature. Is called the superconducting transition temperature or simply critical temperature. It is denoted with TC, TC, T suffix C. The resistivity, temperature, behavior of superconductive and non-superconductive materials are differentiated in the following diagram or the graph. In the graph, electrical resistivity is taken on y-axis and temperature is taken on x-axis. absolute temperature taken on x-axis. Here we observed three types of curves. The first curve is for pure superconductors. This curve is for pure superconductors. So this curve explains that when absolute temperature is approaches to 0 kelvins, that means when temperature decreases, resistivity of the material also slowly decreases. The resistivity of the metal is also slowly decreases at certain temperature. That means at a critical temperature there is sudden decrease in the resistance of the superconductor. That means the resistivity becomes 0. Suddenly the resistance of a superconducting material is becomes 0. So next, coming to second curve is the impure superconductor. The impure superconductor is also behaves as pure superconductor at high temperature. It is also behaves as a pure superconductor at a high temperature. It is slowly decreases. The electrical resistivity of the impure superconductor is also slowly decreases with decreasing the temperature, but it is steeply decreases to 0 Kelvin. That means it is not a sharp one like pure superconductor. So this is the curve which is represented by the impure superconductor. Next, coming to third curve. The third curve is that the normal metal curve. So the normal metal having high resistivity at high temperature, the temperature is decreases, the resistivity is slowly decreases. Even if your temperature reaches to 0 kelvins, its resistivity do not becomes 0. That means the normal metals have doesn't show the normal metal doesn't show 0 resistance at 0 Kelvin temperature. So these are the three curves given in the graph. So the resistivity versus absolute temperature, and it is the behavior of superconductors. So coming to next one, the types of superconductors. So there are two types of superconductors are there. The first one is type 1 or ideal superconductor. The second one type 2 or hard superconductors. So type 1 superconductors are also called as ideals. Sometimes they are also called as soft superconductors. Second one, type 2 superconductors are also called as hard superconductors. The first one, type 1 superconductors. Type 1 superconductors are those which becomes completely diamagnetic. We know already what is diamagnetic. That means when a substance is placed in external magnetic field, if it is opposes the external magnetic field, it is called diamagnetic material. Okay, it is called diamagnetic material. The phenomenon is called diamagnetism. In the superconducting state, so this shows diamagnetism. These materials exhibit a Meissner effect. That is, what is meant by Meissner effect? That is the expulsion of magnetic flux from the interior of a piece of superconducting material. The expulsion of magnetic flux from interior of a piece of superconducting material as the material undergoes the transition to the superconducting phase. This is called Meissner effect. And finally, I am going to give the definition is that what is type 1 superconductor. The superconductor which shows diamagnetic character and also Meissner effect. Okay, so therefore it is called type 1 superconductor. Coming to second one, type 2 superconductor, that means hard superconductors. The superconductors, those in which the ideal behavior is seen up to lower critical magnetic field. The ideal behavior is seen up to lower critical magnetic field, beyond which the magnetization gradually changes and attains zero at upper critical magnetic field. It is called type 2 superconductor. The phenomena is called type 2 superconductivity. Examples of the superconductor materials. The first one, yttrium barium cuprate. The formula is YBa2Cu3O7 - Here X is the very small value, that is 0.2 or 0.4, like this. Okay. Next, there is no need of this matter, and I am going to explain the next classes of superconductors. So here there are so many classes of superconductors. They are elements, alloys, simple compounds, molecular crystals, non-stoichiometric crystals having defects, ceramics, inorganic polymers, organic compounds. The first one, elements. Example, mercury, niobium, lanthanum are the examples of element superconductors. Next, alloys, La3ion, La3ion, this is the alloy. Next, Nb3, niobium 3 times, Nb3Ge, germanium, it is an alloy. So these are also superconductors. Next, simple compounds like niobium nitride, NBN. Fourth one, molecular crystal, C60K8, C60K4. Non-stoichiometric crystals having defects, TiO, NbO, BaBi 0.25, Pb 0.75, O3. Next, ceramics, mixed metal oxides. Next, inorganic polymers, SnX times, sulfur nitrogen compounds, polymeric compounds. Next, organic compounds, charge transfer compounds between electron donors like derivatives of tetrathiofulvene, and electron acceptors like tetracyanoquinodimethane, tetracyanoquinodimethane. Next one, the properties of superconductors. So now I am going to discuss properties of superconductors. The superconducting materials are generally brittle in nature, like glass. This property limits their ability to be fabricated into useful forms such as wires. That means it is one of the drawback of superconducting material. Superconducting material are not fabricated as a wire, so these are not converted as wires. Second one, at room temperature, the resistivity of superconducting material is greater than other elements. At room temperature, the resistivity of superconducting material is greater than other elements. Third one, the superconductor exhibit perfect diamagnetism. Perfect diamagnetism. Keep remember. Because of diamagnetic nature, superconducting materials strongly repel external magnets. Superconducting materials strongly repel or oppose external magnetic field, which leads to levitation effects. Levitation effect means this technique is used in the high speed trains or bullet trains, so which can travel even 500 kilometers per hour, more than 500 kilometers per hour. In the China and Japan, even US, they in that countries, now the technique, magnetic levitation technique, is used in the high speed trains. Next, coming to fourth one, thermoelectric effects of material disappear in the superconducting state. Fifth one, if a sufficiently strong magnetic field is applied below Tc, if a sufficiently strong magnetic field is applied below Tc, Tc means critical temperature, the its superconductivity property is destroyed. That means below critical temperature or less than the critical temperature, if we apply external magnetic field, the superconducting property is undergo destruction or the property is destroyed. That means it is spoiled. That means there is no superconductivity nature. Next, sixth one, when current is passed through superconducting material, the heating loss I square R is 0, and also some of the properties are become 0 when a material behaves as a superconductor. When a material behaves as a superconductor, the resistivity 0, the temperature, normal temperature, is becomes to critical temperature Tc. Next, I square R value is also equal to 0. So these are the some resistance also becomes 0, resistivity also becomes 0, and these are the properties which are become 0 when a material behaves as a superconductor. Next, coming to applications of superconductors. Superconductors can be perform logic and storage functions in computer. Superconductors are used as a storage device functions like hard disk. Super chips made up of superconductors for computer can function 1000 times faster than currently used silicon chips. Okay, that means the silicon chip material performance is limited, but instead of we use superconducting chips or superconductor chips which is made up of superconducting materials, its performance is increases by 1000 times. Next, power can be transmitted through superconducting cables. The power, electricity, is transmitted through superconducting cables without loss. There is no I square R loss in a superconductor. Next, a zero resistance combined with a high current densities make superconductors useful for strong electromagnets. A zero resistance combined with a high current density makes superconductors useful for strong electromagnets. They can be used for producing very strong magnetic fields, that means about 50 Tesla, which is much larger than the field obtainable from electromagnets. That means by using superconductors we can create very big magnets and very strong magnets. That means the strength of the magnetic material is 50 Tesla. The magnetic field strength of a magnet is 50 Tesla. It is very highest one. So by using superconducting materials, we can make strong magnets than electromagnets. Next, fourth one, superconducting magnets capable of generating high fields with low power consumption. Superconducting magnets capable of generating high field with low power consumption are currently employed in scientific and research equipment. They are used for magnetic resonance imaging (MRI) in the medical field as a diagnostic tool. That means the superconducting materials are used in the MRI scan. We know about MRI scan. MRI means magnetic resonance imaging, which is regularly used in the medical diagnostics. Next one, fifth one, superconductors are serve as a gas sensors because their electrical resistivity is sharply changes on contact with certain gases. So we know that superconductors are used as a gas sensors. Examples of that particular sensors: La2 minus X, SRX, CuO4 is a good sensor. La2 minus X, SRX, CuO4. La means lanthanum, Sr means strontium, Cu copper, oxygen is a good sensor for alcohol vapors. So this material is used in the drunken drive test equipment. Drunken drive test equipment. In the drunken drive test, the alcoholic person, he can from the breath of the alcoholic person, the sensor can identify the alcoholic vapors or gases. So the sensors in that equipment, alcohol testing equipment, the sensor is La2 minus X, SRX, CuO4. So by this way we can test the how much alcohol was consumed by an alcoholic. Sixth one, some superconductors function as an excellent catalyst. Some of the superconductors behaves as an excellent catalyst for industrial chemical process. Example, YBA2 Cu3 7 minus X, YBA2 Cu3 7 minus X, and the related cuprates act as catalyst in oxidation of dehydrogenation reaction. Okay, so dehydrogenation means removal of hydrogen. So in an organic compound, if you want to remove hydrogen atoms, so we use a particular catalyst. The example, one of the best example is YBA2 Cu3O 7 minus X. Next one, more powerful magnets can be made with the help of superconductors. More powerful magnets can be made with superconductors, which are likely to enhance the probability of laboratory nuclear fission reactions. That means with the help of superconductors, we can enhance or we can increase the probability of laboratory nuclear fission reactions. Okay. Next, eighth one, superconducting magnets are employed for operating frictionless high speed levitating trains. I told previously the superconducting magnets are used in high speed trains. Ninth one, superconductors have very promising application as electronic filters. One possible use for this superconducting electronic filter would be in cellular telephone systems, where it would allow more remote areas to be accessed. Okay, so in our mobile phones, the superconducting materials also used. Next, the 10th one, superconducting material may be used in the manufacturing of electrical generator transformers, exceptionally small size, having efficiency is 99.99% efficiency. Okay, so these are the applications of superconductors. Thank you.